So you're thinking of moving to Fishtown in Philadelphia, and you want to know what kind of things are you going to have outside your front doorsteps in terms of restaurants, shops, places to go out. It's been a long time since I've seen you. A lot's changed since then. I have a 1-year-old baby boy, but I'm happy to be back. I'm happy that you're here with me and looking forward to getting this done. If you like what you see, I want you to like, comment, subscribe, all of the good things, so that way you're notified next time I put out a video. This is Naveed Aber with Navigator Realty Group. Let's get after it. So the last time I ended my journey on Frankfurt Ave, we were right at this corner with Fishtown Tavern. We got Cake Life over there, Bottle Bar, which you can go and get cans of beers, bottled beers. Also enjoy a nice burger, good chicken wings or chicken tenders too, and fries. But as we walk up and down Frankfurt, I'll probably only walk up it, but you'll notice it's a commercial corridor. So lots of shops, restaurants, bars, that kind of thing. But above all of these buildings, you got apartments. Basically, that's how a commercial corridor comes to be. They're mixed-use buildings, but they have to have a retail space on the bottom. A lot of developers are building these buildings and the retail spaces underneath them actually sit empty, and then you get a lot of complaints from the neighborhood. But people aren't thinking long-term. Like eventually, as those underdeveloped areas continue to get built up, people move into those apartment units, they start to attract businesses that'll come underneath. So even places like this behind me, this is Bagels Co. There's another one in Northern Liberties. This used to be Primal Supply meat shop. They're also down in South Philly, also in Brewery Town, but they didn't last in this location. And before that, it was just sitting here empty. And after Primal Supply and before Bagels Co, it sat here empty for a little bit. So it happens, but eventually as time moves on, places start to fill with businesses. You can see these tiny little side streets. Like, how beautiful is that? No cars going up and down it. I'll just walk down a little bit. It feels like a nice little European side street, the main thoroughfare. Cute little outdoor space, tiny little street. You can ride your motorcycle, park in front of your house, walk in and out. But really cute little side streets. On the other side, a couple of bigger streets that connect you to Front Street. Front Street is where the L runs. That's the Market Frankfurt line, if you've seen my transportation video. But we just passed Reap, that was like a juice bar. This guy, Jinx, I think it's, what do you call those places when, not an antique shop, vintage? Vintage shop? Oh, I actually have to show you one thing. We're standing right across the street from my brokerage. OCF Realty, right there. This entire first floor of this building is my office. They just opened this up sometime last year, but the entire development is owned by Ori Feibush. He's Mr. OCF, but apartments on top, I think it's studios to 2 bedrooms, and then we've got the office on the first floor. Really gives us, whatever, their presence in the community. So if you're ever just walking by, come stop on in. You'll be able to talk to somebody, ask any questions you want about real estate. About to pass by La Colombe, cute little coffee shop. It's actually nationwide now. I saw them in Costco in California. They're canned coffees. They got their start here in Philadelphia. You're going to continue to see, as I continue to show you Fishtown in the coming weeks and months, development is non-stop. This used to just be a lot, just a plain old lot with these houses behind it. As we're starting to find out, rightfully so, I guess, we need more housing, right? So anything that is a lot, anything that can be developed, will be developed. So, and these houses that have been here for, I want to say, about 10 years, they're losing their view. They're going to lose their view of Frankfurt Ave. So. Keep going down a little bit. Past a little side street over there with a couple cool things on it. There's Hiroki. It's a izakaya sushi restaurant. Omakase. Omakase? That's the word I'm going for, I think. Where it's like you sit down, you eat what they have. It's a prefix menu. You could do a sake pairing, but really small place, books up quickly. You got Cheu. It's like a noodle bar, plus other stuff. Think like bao buns, and they got other stuff that's not even like really Asian, like deep fried artichokes and spin on certain things too. Got a bao bun with like short rib in it, a noodle bowl with matzo balls in it. Other big things on this block, we actually just passed Pet Mechanic. It's a vet. Right next door is Reset by Therabody. They got those Theraguns in there. You could do a whole rejuvenation of your body after a crazy workout, or go in for regular cryotherapy, something like that. Then NovaCare, my brother-in-law actually runs a bunch of the NovaCares in the city. That's one that opened up a handful of years ago, but it's connected to City Fitness, the gym, which is really neat. Because when you're getting your therapy, if you need to go work a particular muscle or something like that, they take you right into the gym. So, and then City Fitness, of course, the gym. They're a big chain, not a big chain, but a very local chain, but they open up in the neighborhoods and then they bring a local vibe to it. So when you walk into these clubs, they all just feel like where you are. They represent everything else that's part of the area. Doggy Style, it's a pet shop. That is a chain around here. And then I've never seen anybody in the Red Room, but the Red Room is a hair place. I don't even know if it's a barbershop or a hair salon, but it's a thing. Fine hair services. So, pretty glitzy, glammy place. Another example of commercial spaces underneath buildings that just kind of end up there. This has been empty for who knows how long. We're at 1405 Frankfurt Ave. The one time that it had something in it, it was actually just a temporary location for 1-900 ice cream. They're actually a really cool ice cream maker. This guy comes up with these crazy flavors and they do like drops. So there's this exclusivity aspect to it. But this used to be just a pickup spot where they had freezers. It would come and there would be a line all the way around the corner. I'm not gonna show you this next one. I mean, I will, whatever. Keller Williams, another brokerage, just sitting right here. Pom Pom, this place is a new-ish vegan spot. If you like those kinds of options, you got it right here. There's actually a lot of places also around here that have vegan, gluten-free options, that kind of thing. But Pom Pom is explicitly that. You got a wax center and a Chase Bank right there. Tanning and facials. Here's another cool little corner, except also a dangerous corner because sometimes people park where they're not supposed to. And this comes out at like, I don't know if you can tell, at an angle and joins up with Frankfurt Ave. Sometimes people park because they're trying to pick up their food delivery. You get a lot of Uber Eats drivers, Grubhub, that kind of thing. And then people can't see where they're going when they look left and right. So you gotta always keep your eyes peeled and look left, right, and left again before you move your car, because otherwise you'll get hit. And then pedestrians too. Sad to say that here in Fishtown, Philadelphia in general, but like there are places like University City, West Philly, where people will stop for you, but pedestrians do not have the right of way around here. Don't care if you have a stroller with a baby, if you're a grandma with a walker, you just gotta wait. But behind me, that was Heffe tacos. These say tacos that don't suck. They actually have really good burritos, really good empanadas. Can't think of any of the flavors right now, but the salsas they give you with them too are so delicious. Then more stuff. We saw the tanning place already. You got it, called Fresh Image. It's a barber. And then this place right behind me, I want to highlight them because this place has been cursed since I moved to Fishtown. It's been a couple different sandwich shops, paisanos. What's that guy? He moved to, I'll have to tell you a little bit later, but he moved into Human Robot. Pose sandwiches. And then Piece of Pie. I never tried it, but they painted peace signs all over the building and it looked really cool, but it didn't last. Anyways, a bunch of things have been in here and failed. And these guys, Wokworks, they're a chain, and I want to say, I keep saying chain, I don't know, are they chain if they're just local? But they've got a bunch of them around the city. But if you try to get this at dinner time on like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, sometimes you get a 45 minutes to an hour wait to come and pick it up. There's no place to eat inside, it's just the kitchen, but it's basically just noodle and rice bowls, and you can either build your own or they have their pre-made ones, but they're thriving, they're delicious, they deserve it. I hope that stays there for a very long time because they help me out, me and Katie, when we don't want to cook sometimes. They're an easy option. A couple more cool things before I'll probably shut this down because you got to have a part 3 and probably a part 4 because Frankfurt Ave is long in terms of commercial corridors, but you got a record exchange. People come here because they like checking out records. It's still a thing. People, if you don't know what that is, if you don't know what a compact disc is, if you don't know what a cassette tape is, you got some things to learn. More development behind me. And then Suraya, it's a Lebanese restaurant. Very delicious food. It's one of those that you make reservations for like in advance, you know. Especially if you want to eat at a normal dinner time, you could probably get a 10 o'clock reservation. There is a hotel, the Archway, but I think it's also like a laser hair removal or something like that. And a nail spa across the street. I don't know what Reform is. If it's a showroom, looks like they got cabinetry and stuff. Anyways, so much stuff. So much stuff here in Fishtown. And I've only gone 2 blocks today. More development, more places for people to live who want to live here. I'm gonna stop at this corner and call it a day with Fishtown Social, which is a restaurant, but also a wine shop. They'll tell you, I don't know anything about wines. I'm more of a beer guy, but I don't know anything about beers either, just what I like to drink. But you go in there and you tell them what you like or what you're eating, and they've got hundreds of different kinds of wines for you to choose from. And then these guys just opened 2 places on this corner, 3 places actually, brand new on this corner, have changed the look of this corner. First off, post office. You can't forget about the post office. Everybody always wants to send shit to people right at the post office. I'm telling you this because I'm looking out for you. If you deliver or if you try to put something in a blue post box somewhere around this area, pretty much around the city, and I think this is a nationwide problem too right now, but it will be taken. It's a very high likelihood that it will be taken. People are stealing mail to find checks so they can wash the checks and deposit crazy amounts of money in their accounts. So go straight to the post office. It's right here, Frankfurt Ave. But here we are, Main Squeeze. Juice bar. I've never been there, but it's been there for not that long now. And then Van Leeuwen's has a location down in the neighborhood, but they brought one to Fishtown, and I know you're gonna say, why does Fishtown need more ice cream joints? I didn't actually point it out to you, but we passed the Jeni's ice cream, and then we have several other. One of them wasn't ice cream, it was frozen yogurt, but Igloo, they closed down. There's only one now in like Grad Hospital, South Street, RIP Igloo. But Van Leeuwen, and then you gotta know where to find your legal marijuana. CBD Kratom store. They sell like THC, the Delta 8 or whatever, which is legal but still does the job. I haven't been in there yet, but I'm sure it's just like walking into a dispensary in California or Colorado. We did a good amount of walking, just a few blocks, but there's so much to offer here in Fishtown. It's not just a place for the people that live here, it's also a destination. That's actually one point to bring up too that just recently changed. All up and down Frankfurt Ave used to just be a free-for-all in terms of parking. You could just leave your car there and never move. So it was actually detrimental to businesses because people couldn't come and visit the business. So they actually just recently started posting all these signs where it's 3 hours, and now you see spots up and down Frankfurt Ave available, which is great for the businesses. But also they say crappy for the businesses because their employees don't have anywhere to park and then they got to leave and yada, yada, yada. So whatever, we're in the city. They say it's supposed to be a commuter friendly where people take public transportation and don't drive cars. But hey, that's not true. It's never going to be true. We can only do as much as we can. That's a little bit more of Fishtown's commercial corridor, Frankfurt Ave. I will be back to show you more because there's plenty more to offer right here in my backyard and maybe your backyard someday too. So if you have any other questions, drop me a note in the comments. I will try to answer them as soon as possible. And if you have anything you want to know about Philadelphia or the real estate market, just hit me up. You can call me, you can text me, you can email me, and I'll get back to you. So this has been David Aberg, Navigator Realty Group, signing out.